Hi, thank you so much for tuning in again. I sincerely hope you've been keeping track of the amazing conversations we've been having with Andrew. Andrew Mura is a licensed advocate of the High Court of Kenya who specializes in commercial, conveyancing, transactions, as well as arbitration. And we've talked about everything from how to pick a lawyer, how to know what the law says about how to pay them, and the issue of facilitation or bribery. In the next video, I'm going to be talking to him about why I think the title deed is the most useless document in a land transaction. I've done a video on that before. I got a lot of flack from advocates for saying that. And so today we get to hear from the horse's mouth. Stay tuned. You're watching Own Land in Kenya. I am Solomon Wangwe. So Andrew, I made a comment, I did a video about why I think the title deed is the most useless document in a land transaction or land records. And I made my case for that because a lot of us in our industry often market and advertise properties to the marketplace and to potential buyers as a clean title ready. It has a title deed, so it's fine. A lot of people assume because a property has a title deed, then it's kosher or it's good to go and I shouldn't be concerned, which is something I patently disagree with. Understanding what the conveyancing process is and what the legal ramifications are. What's your take? You're the lawyer.
All right. So, I can take it so far back, but yeah. Let me try and break it down as well as I can. Now, the two kind of land registration regimes in Kenya, or at least there used to be up until the other day. So we used to have what used to be called the RTA, Registered Titles Act,
okay,
and the RLA,
yes,
Registration of Land Act.
Yep.
Now, under this second system, which is what prevails to date, when I sell you a piece of land, the title deed I was holding is cancelled,
yes,
and you get a new one. Like that, all the way. So
yes,
everyone gets a new deed, new title deed like
yes,
that. Now, under the previous system, the RTA system, you used to get the same title.
The same document was passed.
The same document was passed over a period of like 50 years. So you see, entry number 1,
yes,
loan to Kenya Commercial Bank.
I actually saw one,
yes,
for a CBD.
Yes.
It said entry number 1, Her Majesty, the Queen of England,
correct,
Queen Elizabeth, yes, blah, blah, blah.
So, to your statement,
right,
under the RTA process, this was a very important document.
Right.
Because even though you went to do a search, your search,
yes,
was just mainly to confirm that these entries are actually what actually transpired.
So if I sold you that property, I would simply give you the actual physical title and they enter you as a new owner, correct, down the list.
Yes, in fact, you'd find
on the same title.
On the same title, you'd find something written as entry number 25.
Yes.
You know, Solomon Wangwe, having bought the property from, right, whoever, right, you know, or a forced sale on account of an auction. You know, right, you'd have all these details represented there. In fact, I have a title document, I was just looking on my way here, where one of the last entries is a caution placed on the land by the High Court on account of a succession issue. So where they're saying, do not sell this land until this succession issue is
sorted out. Okay.
Now, you'll not find that in the RLA process.
The RLA is a new regime.
It's a new process, the Registered Land Act. Now there, when I sell you a piece of land, that title is retained by the land officials at the registry, and you get a new one.
Yes.
So in a manner of speaking, this document is very useless to give you a historical record of this piece of land.
Yeah.
So in that sense, I'd agree with you. Of course, to address this problem, the searches that we do for our clients, which we prefer, which we actually, people don't know this, but you can go and do a search on a piece of land and it'll say the land belongs to X, for example. That's it. That's what you get from a search.
Right.
Or the land belongs to X and it has a caution or a caveat, as we like to call it, which is essentially saying, do not do with this land. Do not do something with this land until something else is sorted out.
Right.
You can have that in the
search.
In the search.
Yeah.
But we like to go a step further. We ask for what's called a green card. A green card is more, in a manner of speaking, closer to that earlier process where it gives you where this title came from.
Right.
Now, if you have that information, you're able, in the UK they call it the root of title. Okay. Is the root of title clean? Right. Because, allow me to go a little sure. Off a little.
School us,
in the UK, when you're transferring land, you have to give a good root of title, which essentially means, which is a bit funny, that you have to transfer the land with documents of up till about 15 years ago.
Okay.
So that way, when I'm buying the land, I have no concern. I have no issue about, does this land belong to this person?
Belong to the person selling it.
Yes.
To me.
So that explains where the RTA process came from.
Yes.
Now, to answer your question in as simple a way as possible, I would say the RLA title right now is not a very important document on that historical perspective. Right. Both of them remain very important to show
present ownership.
Present ownership.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So, yes or no? Was I out of line for making that comment?
You know, lawyers, it depends.
Come on, man. It depends. Okay.
It depends.
I'll give you that. So I also qualify that, right? Yeah. Because the reason I said that is that there is a file at the registry that contains a green card and all manner of other documents that provide the historical backdrop, or what, as you say in the UK, is referred to as a root of title.
Correct.
That root sits in the land registry, away from access to the general public. Only registrars typically have access to that file, and they are the ones who know what that file says. So if someone tells you, or if I ever tell you, come and buy this land, it's going for this much and has a clean title, don't buy that BS, excuse my French, because as the advocate has explained, the new regime of title issuance does not provide you historical context, meaning where the land came from, was it subdivided, and if it was it done right? All that information is contained in a file at the registry, which you don't have access to, which is why I also said, make sure you do a certified copy of green card requisition from the registry, which will give you that history. From 1963 in most cases, when the government of Kenya became the new custodian of all that space of land that our great republic occupies. So that's why I said that. The title deed in and of itself is absolutely useless unless it agrees 100% with the file at the registry. And in this day of an age of Photoshop and River Road, it's very easy. I know people who've purportedly bought land and the title deeds turned out to be absolutely fake because someone reproduced them from thin air, as it were. And that's not the only way to get conned. If someone did not follow due process, if I subdivided a piece of property without paying due regard to the land control policy in that particular area, as is happening in Kajiado now, for example, in very many parts of Kajiado, you cannot subdivide agricultural land to any size smaller than 5 acres. In some cases, it's 20 acres. In some cases, it's 150 acres. You need to find out what the policy says. So if I, in the background, bought this piece of land, I chopped it up into 8s, 50 by 100s, as is commonly done today, and I told you clean title and I put the ad on TV or flyers or whatever, that title deed is absolutely meaningless, useless, because it was illegally produced. And that's what I meant when I said that. And I'm really grateful that you're here to clarify and give people historical context on the RLA and the RTA.
Correct.
And we'll get more into that in the next few episodes. If you have any questions about this issue, please send your comments in. Send an email directly to Andrew. His email address is just below. We're happy to hear from you as well. You can call us at 07 0001 0001. Again, that's 07 0001 0001. You're watching Online in Kenya. I'm Solomon Wangwe with Andrew Mura. Stay tuned for more information on strategic and safe land investment.